Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, and good evening, good morning to all of you. Okay, today we focus on our next chapter, which is performance appraisal. Okay, performance appraisal. Okay, so this is our fourth chapters in this topic, the industrial psychology topic, and then performance appraisal is one of important topic. Why I'm saying it is important? Okay, because in performance appraisal, okay, we this is a process in managing human resource, and then managing human resource or measure the productivity. So when we measure the productivity, they have a lot of elements that we need to think about, okay, because it's involve human performance, motivation, and others lah. So a lot of things, and in managing human resource, or in managing in terms of psychology, that we need to discuss in this chapter, which is performance appraisal. So we move to our learning objective at the first. Okay, what is our learning objective? First is to list the use of job performance information. What is the use of job performance information? Okay, we use as a measurement, okay, as a criteria to measure. Second, discuss the importance of criteria for performance appraisal. Okay, discuss the importance of criteria for performance appraisal. Describe the various methods of performance appraisal as well as their advantage and limitation. Okay, that is describe various method. Okay, we have a lot of methods. So what is the best method? Okay, until now we didn't find any best method in performance appraisal. Okay, I will discuss it in our chapter, and then discuss how to conduct a legally defensible performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is a documentation, okay, and a measurement also involve documentation that they are used as a legal or legally defensive document, okay, to say that someone performance is bad, someone performance is good. Okay, we move to next slide. Why do we appraise employees? Okay, this is the question. Why? Can someone of you answering this question? Why we do appraisal for employee? First is for administrative decision. Okay, administrative decision is for promotion, termination, merit pay, union and legal issues. Okay, so for administrative decision, okay, we use performance appraisal as a reference, as a reference to do any decision making in our organization. Why? Because in any decision we need to do in organization, there must be have proof. Example, that we want to give someone promotion, so we need to give proof why he or she can be promoted. Okay, because of they have a good performance, they have a good attitude, they have a good behavior, they have a good maybe performance. And then second is for union and legal issues. If anything related to union and legal issues. So also we use the document in performance appraisal. Performance appraisal actually a form, a form that measure the performance of individual. Okay, but in the psychology aspect, uh, to develop the form also this is really crucial and critical, okay, because we want to evaluate, we want to appraise human is a special special, I think special element or special things or special life thing, okay, because they have mental, they have soul, they have an emotion, they have a motivation, they have a family setting, they have a system, they have a life, they have a culture, and all these things will influence the way they react, the way they think. Okay, so um, in develop the performance appraisal form, okay, we need to make sure that we appraise or we evaluate the whole thing, okay, to give the best mark to our employee lah. And then for second is for employee development and feedback. Okay, employee development and feedback, which is we want to help employee, okay, to do maybe to adjust the part that they are lack. Okay, in this year performance appraisal, what is the part that they are lack, in achieving their performance? So they know their weaknesses, so we help them to develop their performance. And then third is criteria for research. Okay, we do appraise employee to look at the criteria, because when we do the research, we can look the pattern of the problem in organization. So we move to the next slide, which is characteristic of criteria. Okay, criteria is the thing that we want to measure. Okay, what is the criterion definition? Is a standard by which you can judge the performance of anything, including a person. Okay, so criteria example that we want to measure the result. Okay, what is under the result? Okay, so we want to measure each part of the work or task that done by the employee. Okay, so we have theoretical versus actual criterion. Okay, this is the part which we want to take in a criterion to measure, which is theoretical versus actual part. Okay, they have, if we use more theoretical, it's a contamination. Okay, and if we use actual criterion, it is will become deficiency. Then the 11 part is at the middle. Okay, and then characteristic of criteria, this is level of specificity. Okay, we want to measure, okay, the behavior. So what is item that we want to measure in the behavior? Okay, so this is the picture. Okay, which is this is the criterion, theoretical criterion, actual criterion. Okay, if we focus on theoretical, it's efficiency. Okay, which is we focus only the theory. We don't take the actual criterion. If we focus more on actual, this is contamination, so it's not the relevant. And for the best criteria that we want to measure is the relevant criteria. Okay, so next is characteristic of criteria. Okay, we have criterion complexity, which is quality versus quantity. Okay, sometimes we want to measure about the quality of output. Okay, but we measure the quantity of output. Okay, sometimes with a person who have a great quantity, they don't have a great quality. So we must make sure that all the complexity factors like quantity versus quality, which one that we want to measure. Second is composite criterion approach. Okay, composite criterion approach. What the actual criteria that we want to measure is that we measure in the uh, our performance. And then next is multidimensional approach. We use the approach to measure all the performance. And then we move to dynamic criteria. That's performance vary over time. Okay, this is dynamic criteria, which is we measure all the things overall, the performance, the behavior, the attitude, the communication skills, and then also we look at contextual performance, is that we measure the right question at the right criteria. Okay. And then we have a few methods. First is objective method, okay, which is count of behavior or account of behavior. example of accident per year times of unit produce. Okay, so jadi this is objective method. Objective in a simple way, they have the answer. Okay, or the answer in quantity. Okay, so what is the advantage of using objective method? First is consistent standard within job. Okay, consistent standard within job. If you want to measure this job, so this is the criteria. Second, not biased by judgment. Okay. Third, easily quantified. And four is face validity, which is bottom line oriented. And then this is the advantage lah. Okay. And then, but they have the disadvantage. First, it's not always applicable because sometimes the question is too objective, and the answer is too objective. A, B, C, and D. Sometimes the answer is E. We need a subjective part to measure. Second, performance are not always under individual control. Under individual's control. So sometimes they are, when they have their own control, they are good in performance, but in the perception of reviewer or appraisal, the one who appraise, they think the other things. And then disadvantage is too simplistic and can be deficient. Okay, too simple and then can be deficient. They have only a few questions to answering the whole thing. It's not a good thing, example, actually. And then performance unreliable, which is they have dynamic. They don't have dynamic criterion because, like I said just now, we as a human, we need to be measured, okay, in a term of holisticness, okay. And then second method is subjective method. The people's judgment about performance. Okay. In subjective method, we use graphic writing form. Okay, graphic writing form is a form, and they graph their performance. Okay, they plot the performance and make the performance becoming the graph. Maybe each month, every month. January, February, March, April, May, June, and July, and others lah. And then behavior-based criteria incident, which is mid standard scale, behavior anchored rating scale, behavior observation scales, and development of behavior focused form. And then model of the rating process, okay, model of the rating process and content of subordinate effectiveness. Okay, so this is the subjective method. Again, back to the previous slide. You want? Okay, it's okay. And then, okay, this is example, organizational skill, a good constructional order of material slide smoothly from the topic to another, design the course of optimized interest student, easily follow organizational strategy, course, and outline. Okay, so this is example. We want to measure the performance of teachers. Okay, what what is item they give the higher marks. Okay, example that this instructor could be expected to assimilate the previous lecture into the present one before beginning the lecture. So we give 9 marks. Okay. So if they follow all this, okay, they get the mark based on this what we call description. Okay. This is graphic, graphic rating scale. And then we cannot control. In performance appraisal, we cannot control is the rate error. Rate error is the biggest thing actually. And then in performance also, when someone are given the low marks based on their performance, okay, because of rater's problem, okay, rater's error, actually it's impact on their motivation. Okay, so we have a few letters errors. Okay, first is letter error and bias. First is halo error. Hollow errors, which is they have their own thinking style. Okay, oh, this person is like this, eh? Oh, I think they cannot perform. They have their own perception. So this is halo effect. Okay, and then second is distributional errors. When one person make the mistake in organization, so they measure all in organization have the bad performance. Okay, and second is error resistant rating form. Okay, which is the form that doing is maybe they have 1 to 3 and the marks is 1 to 3, but maybe the the writer they say that I need maybe 1.5 to give in the middle marks. Okay, so to avoid the writer error, first what we want to do is writer training. The one who want to be a writer should undergo the training, eh, to make sure that they are read based on the real performance and not because of bias or stereotype. Okay, so writer error training we use to reduce error and accuracy. Frame of reference training. Okay, so this is example of writer's error. Okay, example employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, employee 4. Okay, you can look at this 5 dimension illustration of halo pattern, which is employee 1 they give all 5, employee 2 all 3, employee 3 all 1, employee 4 is all 4. Which is they maybe they have a good relationship with the writer, so the writer give the marks based on relationship, not because of the performance. Okay, then this is job performance rating for 4 employee in the 5 dimension. The stating leniency error. Leniency is the writer is easily give the marks, okay, because of they have a kind heart. Okay, kind heart to give their marks to employees. So they give the mark to employee. They give nearly to the full marks. 4, 4, 5, 4, 5, and okay. So sometimes for the person who too much lenient, also not the one that what we call it in the writers gang. Okay, they also don't like all the leniency person, leniency person, because lenient all is a problem, eh? Okay, then more performance appraisal, which is other factors that influence rating. First is liking of subordinate. Okay, they give marks based on the one that they like. Expectation. Okay, expectation, which is expectation. They have their some expectation to the workers, but when the workers did not perform like their expectations, so they give the bad mark. Mood of writer, this is also influence. They have a bad mood, so they give bad marks. Okay, view of subordinates motivation. Okay, and then subordinate risk also contribute to the problem actually in performance appraisal. So to cover back again all this problem in performance appraisal, we have a few methods such as 360-degree feedback. Okay, which is we got the feedback from the stakeholders. Okay, to look at the performance of workers. And then we use technology monitoring of objective productivity and performance management system, which is the system they have record all the data that doing by the employees. Okay, next we go to legally defensible performance appraisal. Performance appraisal can be legally challenged. Okay, And this example case that happened in US organization lost of 41% of cases, okay, because of the performance appraisal and then practice that minimize legal challenge. Okay, this is the benefit for organization. First is job analysis to define dimensional of performance. This is important of job analysis that we have learned previously. Okay, when we know the job piece by piece, so we know that we need to measure the performance also piece by piece. And the criterion is based on the piece of job and work. Second is develop rating form to assess dimension from prior point. Okay, so this is the process. Develop rating form to assess dimension from prior point. Okay, and then third is train writers in how to assess performance. Okay, so training for writers is important. Fourth is management review rating and allow empathies. Okay, fifth is document performance and maintain details, and sixth is provide assistance and counseling for workers. Okay, that's all.